my journey in MSP, one of the things that I really cherish is actually represented on this chart that was shared with us. The first one that shared this was Professor T. Alinga, whom I would have really loved for him to be in this place today. All my professors have really, really invested in my growth in this journey, and also the faculty members. You see, relationship building and trust. These are the two major things that relationship building and trust, for me, are the foundational requirements for sustainability. And my story today will never be complete without telling you about what I have been doing in the past 2 years, working with Best Baby Zone in West London. I begin to really understand that it is not about the project. It is not about how much projects and people you've impacted, but how you've been able to work with the people that are in charge of this project. That was our job, to become a shadow and a facilitator, right? And that was, and is still, the most difficult part of my professional life. And I want to tell everyone listening today, this program is the best program for anyone who desires to really create change in any capacity at all. But I should tell you this. Being a system thinker is the most difficult thing you ever want to embark on. It will trigger you. It will set you off. You will take 10 steps forward and you will take 11 backward. But if you have passion and you have a desire, I tell you that you will keep going regardless. Next slide. So, for me, some defining moments. During one of our classes by Professor Tim, he said something one day and it struck me and it stayed with me forever. He said our role as peace builder is very significant in how we handle data. Oftentimes we want to quote statistics. Oh, 75 people, more than, we want to talk about infant mortality, for instance, say like black babies, they die 3 times more than white babies. But oftentimes data is being used to portray problems and also to show you how heavy something is, right? But the ability and the uniqueness in being a peace builder is how we use data to tell stories. And one of the most important points for me is I'm a visual learner by the way. I love to visualize things. That's what sparks my creativity. So when I was working on this one of our projects, our system mapping, it gives me an opportunity to see the dominance and also to reflect over what is responsible for yet a wicked and complex problem in the city of Milwaukee on issue of food and infant mortality. To see the connection, to see where there's possible interest and alignment of purpose. Another thing that was a defining moment for me was during one of our projects with my program assistant in West London, Best Baby Zone, we had an event one day. It was baby shower and community, and hi Adele, this is my awesome colleague that I've always been talking about. And so we had this moment, and because of the power of reflection, do you know that when an event is going on, everyone is really excited and you're joyous. Oh, we had a successful event, and you lose the tiniest details, which is actually the secret and the weapon to what you have actually done the whole time. I went back home and remember what I said, John Dewey said. The power of, it's not the experience, it's your ability to reflect on the experience. That is where the learning is. And I went back home. And this little picture here actually was the key to everything that we've been doing that day. For me, it sent a personal message to me. And of course, I had the privilege to share with my supervisor. The next slide. I had the privilege to facilitate at the birth symposium. It's a maternal and child health symposium with B, and I was in this breakout room of corporate social responsibility with all of these people with big titles, and I was almost literally like phasing off, right? And I had to stand before them and facilitate, and I was just a mere student from Africa with an accent. How do I make myself, make these guys to listen to me? At that moment, guys, I was able to apply my MSP skills to facilitation. They were very impressed. I don't like gratitude a lot because sometimes it makes me to relax, but that day I think I received a bit of gratitude and I was grateful for this program again and again. But I just want to call your attention quickly to what this moment did to me. Stakeholders representation. Oftentimes when we are trying to form a committee of stakeholders, we oftentimes forget the people who are most affected by the issue, and these are the community members. Conversations around that day with these people handling different power structures in the city of Milwaukee and in Wisconsin as a whole, they forgot the community members. And at that point, I thought, I am the voice for the community. This is who I represent. And I was able to chip in my idea, and thankfully, they all remembered. And for me, that was a defining moment as an MSP. Here I said, we are not fixers but facilitators. Shout out to Hannah and Edward. This was a very difficult task for us when we had our facilitation and evaluation project. We were just med students in MSP, and then they took us to the village of Shorewood, and it was quite a big project. And I learned a lot during this project as a facilitator. Next slide. So the insight I've gained so far is, again, I understand that as sustainable peace builders, we are web watchers, and time sometimes is not of important essence. And also, we have to keep practicing to be perfect, because it's just like muscles, right? If we do not practice our toolbox, the tools and the skills that we have acquired is all a waste. And also, if we must heal others, please, it is important that we do what? We heal ourselves first. The next slide. So, for me, I'm definitely excited about what next, but this is one thing that I know of. I am not going to stand here to say that I know exactly what's going to play off ahead of me, because there's no template to this life, at least for my journey. And I know that I would embrace all the positivism and all the adventures that come my way. And in moments when I face challenges and doubts, I would lean on my strength, wallow in it a little bit, because life is not perfect, right? But then I hope that I will come out of it, triumph victoriously, and then I can keep building on my journey into becoming a sustainable peace builder. Thank you, everyone.